Got a base in Birmingham, it'll be fine.
Oh, we've got a base, have we? Yeah, all right, okay.
Yeah, I got a base in Birmingham. You.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
See what I did there? See what I
I'll
did
accept
there?
that.
Yeah?
That's quite clever.
Yeah.
You're getting witty these days.
Thank you. I try. Right,
You're
you
not
tell me
you're not prof-witty, but you're witty.
Huh?
You're not prof-witty, but you are witty. Hey,
Oh,
hey.
that was shit.
Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Thank
shit.
you.
I'll make you resign quicker than Hancock, man. Leave it, honestly.
I'll do the Boris. Chris, you wanna take this one?
Do you want to take that one? Do you want to take that one as well? And that one? Do you want to just do my job for me, mate? Yeah. Come here. You can take this.
That's a very good question. Chris, you wanna take that one? Oh, good.
That guy's stealing a living, man. Honestly, stealing a mad living.
We haven't talked about Matt Hancock. Have you seen the video?
Oh, bro, who hasn't seen the video, man? I saw it everywhere.
You know what? The first time, I it was one of those days where I woke up and I was checking my phone and it just popped up, and then
it was everywhere. You couldn't not find it.
I was a bit drowsy, but I watched it and I was like, "Is this real?" That was like the first thing I was thinking. I was like,
"Bro, how revolting was the video?"
Man, just like he's like peeping in, and he's like,
he's trying to have
he's like nobody's there, and then she just comes out of nowhere and he pulls her in, doesn't he? He's like,
he pulls her in. He's got his finger in her ass. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. He went digging. I was like, flipping out, man.
Yeah, ganja, man.
So that woman's married to a millionaire, right?
Right.
And she's moved out to go and live with Hancock now.
Has
Hancock's
she?
done the same. He's left his family, she's left hers, and now now they're living together. And I'm like, okay, fair enough, but
true lover.
But she, I don't know. Is
true
it?
Love,
is it a fling, a midlife crisis? I don't know.
Well, we will see.
But they've been friends for years, apparently. Like they were.
Yeah, this always comes out, doesn't it? Like you see all the old pictures. There's like some article about how he.
When you see the old pictures, is when you're like, "Whoa, what? That's weird.
Yeah,
That's very coincidental." Yeah.
And then all these articles come out like everybody knew, but they weren't saying anything. It's like, okay.
Of course they did. Of course they all knew.
But it's what we're seeing is CCTV footage, right?
Yeah.
Right. So I want to know like who's getting the footage.
Oh,
there's
someone in the government that doesn't like other people that backstabs, man. Like it's not a new thing. There's always smear scandals that come out about people because they know what to do. It's no coincidence that Dominic Cummings had that hearing about Hancock, leaked all the information saying that Boris said that Hancock's useless. Boris like, no, he's fine, it's fine. He's like, okay, I'm kind of screwed now. I need to get a scandal out to get rid of him. Does the scandal? He still doesn't get rid of him, but then somebody else still has the whereabouts to keep pushing for that to happen. And the media outcry was so large that he had to get rid of him, and rightfully so, because you hear all the heartbreaking stories about people who have abided by social distancing the whole time, and he hasn't.
Like, come and give me a puppy.
What's mad is, right, like hundreds of thousands of deaths, doesn't resign. Snogs a woman, he has to resign now. And I'm like, okay, that doesn't add up.
Yeah,
That's
true.
not
But
correct.
it's more, is it like the tipping point? The thing with 100,000 deaths is it's like what we compare it to number 2.
No, it isn't about the comparison thing. It's about how did we get to hundreds of thousands of deaths because of the care homes issue, right? And that was the biggest thing that pissed people off, which is
the care homes definitely okay. Yeah, I buy that.
That's the thing that inflated all the figures, I think, massively. When you look at when Dominic Cummings was talking to Hancock saying, "You're sending people back home. Have they been tested? Is it all okay?" He said yes, and then it came out that none of that actually transpired, and you're like, "Oh shit." That's how it just ravished. That's how it just fucking ran through like a wrecking ball in care homes, like it was nothing. So that's why the hundreds of thousands of deaths is a big thing, because that was a massive oversight, and you can't just sweep that under the carpet, which they really did. They swept that hard.
Well, they said, we'll need to do a review, and the review will take many, many years, and then then they changed jobs anyway. You went Jeremy who's now in the Foreign Office, and it's like.
And what's annoying is how the government will always say, "Oh, don't worry about that. Look at the vaccine program," and I'm like, you can't keep pointing to now and then not let people scrutinize the past, because clearly something went wrong. So you have to let people go through the right channels to scrutinize it.
Yep, that's true. Yep, I agree with that. You do need to praise things that have gone.
Yeah, because otherwise, how are you going to learn from any of your mistakes in the future? There has to be like processes set up in place.
That reminds me, at Wimbledon, the guy who was sitting in front of us, like here, was John Burko, who was the old Speaker of the House. John
Burko, the guy who's now flipped to Labour.
Yeah, but Speaker of the old Speaker of the House.
Yeah, the old Speaker of the House who hates Boris, hates him.
Oh my god! So
I want to read his memoir. That's how much I want to see how much he hates Boris. I want to read his book.
I think I have a good voice, and then you have this guy.
His voice is tremendous.
Roger,
and I'm like,
come on, Roger. Great. And it was like,
what time?
Yeah. And then basically, Roger Federer needs to break. You understand tennis terms? You have to break.
I do. Yeah. He had to break his serve. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So he's like, Roger, what time is it? Break time. And it was just everyone was like, yeah.
What time is it? Break time. Oh,
do you know what I mean? But because he said it, it was brilliant, man. And then obviously England game was happening while we were watching Roger.
Yeah.
And like the signal was really poor when they closed the roof, so we were we weren't really getting everything. And then I think somebody got it through, and then someone went, "Football's coming!" And that was it. And everyone's like cheering in the crowd, and we were like, "Oh, okay."
That's nice.